Part 3. If you have not watched part 1 and 2, then please watch it. What we find in last video is that gravity and time may be result due to pressure applied by unknown particle. In this part, we focus on observable phenomena in universe as per particle pressure theory. Inertia in Newtonian terms, inertia is the resistance of an object to changes in motion. The greater the mass, the more resistance. Particle pressure. Perspective space is filled with tiny particles that exert pressure on matter. When an object moves, it pushes through this particle field. This field exerts a resisting pressure on the object whenever it tries to accelerate. The amount of resistance is proportional to the object's mass, because mass represents how many elementary constituents, atoms, molecules, there are to interact with the particle flux. Newton's third law: for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. All of space, including the air, vacuum, and even around the rocket, is filled with extremely small space particles. They press equally in all directions, maintaining equilibrium. When nothing moves, the pressure is balanced. No net force acts. When the rocket ESS fuel fire, the rocket fuel burns and produce high-speed exhaust gases that shoot downward. The exhaust gases are resisted by the surrounding space particle, and that resistance produces an upward reaction force on rocket. Also works well in vacuum where there is no air. Why can nothing move beyond a certain speed? As an object moves, it collides with space particles in front of it. The faster the object moves, the more space particles it hits, and the more difficult it is to accelerate. The same mechanism we observe in sports car, but apart from space particle, air also do the same thing. Light bends near massive bodies. Space isn't empty. It's filled with ultrafine space particles that exert pressure near massive objects, like the Sun or Earth. These particles are denser and more compressed because of particle pressure. As you move away, the density gradually decreases. So, there's a density gradient of space particles around every massive body. Light bends near massive objects because the space particles around them are denser, slowing light on one side and curving its path toward the high-pressure region. Humans at higher altitude have a higher metabolism. At higher altitude, the space particle pressure is slightly lower, therefore all atomic and molecular process face less resistance from the surrounding pressure field. Chemical reactions, enzymatic processes, and electron transport in mitochondria can proceed more energetically. Hence, high metabolism. In current theory, it is believed due to low oxygen level at higher altitude increase metabolism rate, but a person with low lungs capacity cannot increase metabolism generally. Low oxygen is compensated by high breathing rate and by low energy and weakness in human.